Well, this will begin the deliberations of the space court versus the defendant. Speak your name, please.
Lysol Marketplace.
Lysol Marketplace.
That's me. I'm a clean market. That's what my mama said.
The Space Night Court Council has charged you with, let's see here. Let's see, 700,000, counts of illegal anal probing. Damn. 700,000, boy. Jesus Christ. What do you have to say about yourself for this?
I have to say I'm very passionate about my work. I've
Clearly.
been heralded as a mad scientist, and if the shoe fits, just like being a clean marketplace. If the shoe fits, keep it a clean marketplace. Keep it a clean anal probe.
Well, it's really just a terrible human rights violation. So we're gonna deliberate here. Let me talk to some of the other members of the council.
I would like to defend crime of passion.
Excuse me, sir. We're gonna confer really quickly. Let me talk to one of my fellow councilmen, Mr. Zibble Beeble. What do you got to say about this? Okay, no, I do agree with that. That's a good point. I mean, I think we could maybe, instead of just killing him, maybe we could send him to, No, that's completely correct. Exactly what I was thinking. All right, Mr. Lysol, the council has reached a decision. You, go.
Are you mocking me now?
Instead, yeah,
I have not had a chance to properly defend myself.
Look at your damn shoes. Look at your damn shoes, boy. This is embarrassing. Anyways, instead of instant black hole death evaporation, you will be sent to survive on the penal colony, Belvatron, Cinnamon 8, also known as BC8. It's a new penal colony we have for people just evil like you. We'd like to send you there and just watch you scuttle around, see how long it takes you to, cut it. So we're just going to go ahead and send you there, and that's pretty much where we're at, I guess.
Are you sure? You don't sound too sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure I can't defend myself further? I can tell you about the benefits of anal probing. You see, most patients of mine described a relaxed state.
Mr. Zeeble Bible, hit the button.
Yes. And
go
so
on.
The benefits of anal probing, we're talking weight loss, we're talking increased energy. They're looking forward to the.
All right, and lift off.
Do you think any of the astronauts said "we" ever, like in space? Not like the French astronauts. I mean, like the English-speaking ones. Do you ever think they were like "we"?
We? Oh, like when they're going around. Here, give me a good like rocket ship blast off yell. I think you clipped the mic, but that's good. Fuck it, whatever. Space Court. Space Court would be pretty cool. You ever watch the show Night Court?
Nah, I can't say I have.
It's epic. It's not really. It's kind of boring.
Okay.
It's a very old show. This is the second space alien themed episode. Vaguely alien, more space in general kind of themed episode we've done, actually.
Well, last time it was more like they came to us, and this time it's more of we're going to them.
The aliens. Do your best alien impression. You're stalling. You're really
I'm really trying to
here.
think. I'm like, what have I heard them sound like? Because, I have actually spoken to them. I have had an encounter. They sounded kind of like...
Hey, Lois, what's going on here?
We're live in the birthplace of...
In some parts of West Virginia, they'll tell you that if you cross the river into Kentucky, that they'll eat you and your babies. Kentucky has a pretty big...
Bigfoot erotica.
Yeah.
Way more fun. I want Bigfoot to be real. I've always wanted it to be real.
Okay.
It's kind of Valley Girl-ish, honestly.
A green Valley Girl alien with blonde pigtails.
Hell
but
yeah.
still like a ball, like a perfectly green skin, but like big black bug eyes. All right. Okay, Beth. All right, for this episode, we were kind of doing a cross-up between Survivor Man and fucking Interstellar. I don't know. Just what would it be like if you had to survive on an alien planet, crash landed or sent there for excessive probing?
Excessive probing. That sounds like a NFL penalty.
Both start offense. The entire offensive 9-yard penalty.
Excessive probing. That's not right. Damn. Before we get into that, I want to talk about something else really quick. It is vaguely space related. First of all, how are you doing, Matt?
I'm
I don't think I've asked you how you're doing yet.
You know, just chilling, just working every day. Like, really, my life is like really, really boring right now.
Just twerking?
Yeah. Maybe like a little bit. Like the mind-mouth connection has never been quite as sharp as I'd like it to be.
Dude, I'm trying to have the mind-balls connection. You know what I'm saying? Pee is stored in the mind.
It isn't. You know,
Pee's not real. If you stop thinking about peeing, you'll never do it. The thing that initially made me get off topic already was I went to GalaxyCon yesterday.
How was that?
A convention in Raleigh. It was awesome, honestly. I haven't been to a convention in a long time. I highly recommend people go, even if it's like not your scene, you know, if you're not hugely into like anime or games or fucking comic books type shit, even if you're not a huge fan of that, if you even remotely enjoy people watching, it's literally some of the fucking best people watching you'll ever get. Like, dude, it was incredible. I mean, I wasn't just going there to laugh at people. I was genuinely going because there was stuff that would interest me when I went. And I dressed up. I went as Brendan Fraser in The Mummy because Brendan Fraser was there.
Oh, very cool.
I thought that'd be funny. Yeah, I had to pay $80 to get a picture with him, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $80 for like
$80 to get a picture of Brendan Fraser.
I mean, that's how they work. That's how all conventions work.
I've never been.
That's where they make their money. Yeah, you pay $80 to go take a picture with him and talk to him for like 10 seconds, where you know, you could be like, oh my God, I could have like lied to him and been like, you're the reason why I wanted to be an actor, and he'd be like, oh, okay. Probably really uncomfortable by me saying that. I didn't do it because I was like, I'm not going to pay $80 for, just for the gram, basically. Like, that's the only reason why. It would just be for a meme. But William Shatner was actually there and was one of the speakers.
Nice.
And he's really fucking funny. He's really weird and old and like so disconnected from this fucking show he did like 40 years ago, you know, Star Trek,
right.
Which is, you know, that's the space connection, by the way. This is my justification.
I'm here with you. Yeah,
not that like there's really any point in even giving it, because who cares? You know, we're gonna do it and we're gonna get off topic again, right. Probably. But he like comes in, right, and he's like, oh, it's so nice being in North Carolina. I have so many stories about this place, and then he's like, the governor, Roy Cooper. How many of you voted for him? And a bunch of people were like, woo, and clapping their hands. And I was like, wait, what? And then he was like, and for anyone that didn't, why didn't you vote for him? Why didn't you vote for the governor? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was just like, oh, Roy Cooper is such a nice guy. And, you know, his brother's a judge. He acts like a judge. He carries himself really well. I really like this guy. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You come to this convention, the first thing you talk about is like, why didn't you vote for the governor? It was just really fucking bizarre. And so we just like left that part of it immediately.
Wait, why? Roy Cooper's dope.
No. Not because I disagreed. Not because I fuck with Roy Cooper. My boy Roy is really, you know, pushing us in the right direction. But it was just the fact that William Shatner came on, and you'd expect him to talk about Star Trek, and I'm assuming he did eventually. But the fact that he came in was like, I love Roy Cooper, was just like really fucking, I don't know. It was very strange, I guess, to me. Maybe lull. And so we ended up just looking around some more, and we went down this one like really long hallway where like, because people are just posted up everywhere, you know, just like sitting on the ground, like eating hot dogs, you know, dressed as fucking, you know, My Hero Academia characters, which is hilarious to me. But there's just one woman like laying on the ground asleep with her shoes off, and her head's like resting on like a plush pillow, and she's like down at the end of this hallway, just like laying on the ground asleep in the convention center. And it was just an incredible time, honestly.
I'm very happy for you. I wish I could have been there to share in the joyous festivities. I have gotten one of those rare 2 days in a row off from work. So that's what I've been doing.
2 days in a row jacking off.
Yeah, straight. Honestly.
Straight. Would you ever go to a convention? Would you ever cosplay?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's not really my thing.
Okay, what if someone paid you a bunch of money? Who would you cosplay as?
Anybody. They pay me a bunch of money. Yeah, I'll wear whatever you want.
No, I mean they're going to sponsor you to come up with your own cosplay that you have to do, and they'll pay for it and give you money, but you have to come up with it.
That's a tough one. I don't know. Like you kind of look like the dude from Treasure Planet. You know, congratulations.
Yes. What's his name? Fucking Milo?
Yeah, whatever. Disney Girl sexual awakening character, like as the internet culture suggests, is the memes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I think that's Milo. No, is that?
I don't fucking know.
I'm thinking of Milo is from. What's the one with the crystals where the guy gets like stabbed in the hand at the end and he turns into a crystal?
No clue.
You know what I'm talking about? All right, well, whatever.
I could do a Stitch.
From Lilo and
Hell
Stitch.
Yeah.
just don't change anything about yourself. Just paint yourself blue and then go in your underwear.
Dude, Avatar then. I could do like that. Like I just need to get a little more ripped, and then I could be like one of the Avatar.
And then put some like platform shoes on that look like big feet so you could be really tall.
Hell yeah. Wait, how tall are they? I don't know. Either way, yeah. Disney Avatar is Disney because they have at Disney World they have like the Avatar attraction, or like the part Animal Kingdom becomes like Avatar Land at night, and now they're making a second one.
Can you name a single character in that movie? Give me a quote from Avatar right now.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Who is that?
He's one of the actors.
That's not an character. It's like it's weird. It exists in this weird space where it's like the most popular fucking movie of all time or whatever. I mean, it's been topped by now, but it was like an amazing movie. Like, oh my God, Mommy, take me to see Avatar. And then people were getting like that mental illness where they were like upset they couldn't live in the Avatar world. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like an actual mental illness where people were like getting depressed that they were like, I can't live in this amazing world. And it's so
when people say
stupid.
it's just a movie, you could definitely quote that to them. Be like, no, people have developed a real mental, like the Truman Show, like the Truman Show. Like there's like it's actually spawned sporkle a real thing where people think like gang stalking. Essentially, they think they're being followed constantly.
Wait,
what? They think their life is like secretly.
I thought you were talking about Avatar. I was like, what? Gang stalking?
No, like with the sorry, I switched gears a little abruptly, but yeah, like.
Well, the Truman Show. I feel like at least the Truman Show is. I feel like the Truman Show has really actually impacted culture, you know, and like film culture, and like it's very quotable, and it's like I don't know, it's a really distinct media, right? But like when you think of Avatar, like other than blue tall, here I'm gonna list everything I can remember from the movie. Okay, here we go. Play the fucking Ian tries to remember Avatar music. Number 1, guy in wheelchair. Number 2, they're on the planet to look for rocks. Number 3, he becomes Avatar and he's like, wow, I'm glad I'm not in a wheelchair anymore. That's fucking amazing. 4, they have sex with their hair. 5, vague U.S. imperialism message. That's like the entire movie.
Pretty much, yeah. You forgot water.
I forgot something.
Trees. Guns.
Yeah, I'm talking about big picture plot points. Not.
I think that tree was pretty big that they all gathered under and had that huge orgy. Yeah, I think that's pretty or whatever it was. I think they prayed. Same shit. So I think that's Yeah.
I like the. I like the. I like the. I love that. I love that sentence you just said.
Fun fact about the Truman Show. Switching gears. Fun fact about the Truman Show. Disgraced politician Matt Gaetz from Florida.
No.
Yes, I'm going to ruin the Truman Show a little bit for you.
He's not disgraced though. Matt Gaetz. I mean, he should be.
I mean, in the court of public opinion, from anybody who does not vote Republican, and even probably a lot of people that do vote Republican are like, yeah, there's something off with that.
You just mean from anyone that's not like an insane person.
Yeah. I mean, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, his parents' house, the house that Matt and his brother grew up in, is the Truman Show.
The house that Matt. I love that you run first.
Is
Mr. Gaetz.
Mr. Gaetz, yes. Is it Gates? Yeah, whatever.
Mr. Gay? I'm sorry. But go on.
That is the Truman Show house that Truman Burbank lives in the Truman Show. That is the politician Matt Gaetz. That's his parents' home.
Do you think that's going to like cancel it out? Because, you know, I bet a lot of people wanted to visit that house. Let me explain.
I get what you're saying.
In terms of tourism, a lot of people wanted to visit the house that was in fucking Truman Show, but no one wants to go hang out with Matt Gaetz.
But you would just be hanging out with his parents.
Well, even worse.
Maybe
they're even less interesting.
Definitely less definitely less notorious, but.
Do you think that makes it like a normally interesting
If it was his house, then like hell no. Like I think it actually would fuck up a lot of the tourism, but there's just enough distance where it's like it's like the parents' house, like whatever, like
okay.
You know. I don't know. It's
I love the Truman Show.
It's like, yeah, it's a great movie. It's like, yo, we're gonna go up to Maryland, Maine? Wherever Stephen King lives, we're going to go take that weird tour where you get in a van and somebody just recites Stephen King facts to you as they drive you around town. It's like a real like tourist attraction thing there. Okay. All right. We're going to get in this van and we're going to go to Stephen King's mom's house.
What's she up to? I just don't. That's kind of the same energy as these cons when someone's like, do you want to hear a celebrity from a show from like 30 years ago talk about voting for their governor? Like, who cares? You know, like I love William Shatner. I love Star Trek. That shit's great. But I don't know. I'm not so low down for Star Trek shit that I'm like, God, I'm so glad to hear that he likes Roy Cooper. Like, it's just weird to me. I don't know.
Like the use of low down as synonym for down bad.
All right, out here. Before we're about to transition back into talking about the the episode.
We don't have to.
Okay, bet. I'm going to give you three names. I'm going to give you three names from Avatar, and you're going to tell me which one is not real. Okay. Suti, Kiri, or Miles. They're all real. Get clowned on. I actually have a cool anecdote, a good transitional anecdote to bring us back. So did you know that do you know what the only gun fired in space is?
No.
Actually, let me look this up really quick just to make sure I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes, it's correct. All right, I was right. All right, sorry about that. Wait, no, I'm sorry. You definitely cut out this dead space. But never mind.
Nice.
Okay, I actually found the real one. I found the real one. All right, so there's this gun called the TP-82. It was a triple-barreled Soviet pistol carried by Soviet cosmonauts on space missions. Do you know why they gave them a fucking shotgun pistol?
Tell me.
In case when they had to return to orbit, if they misplaced the trajectory of the escape pod and they landed, they landed in the middle of the fucking Siberian wilderness, that they could use it to they could use it to fend off polar bear attacks while waiting for retrieval. Yeah. So that is going to take us right back to the penal colony PC8. I think that's what I called it. So you are
That's
disgraced.
not what you called it, but whatever. You gave it. You gave it a name.
Yeah, the fictional colony, which is, it's not even a colony. It's just a dangerous ass fucking planet.
Just bedrock. Let's call it that. Like just Flintstones. Yeah. Like I landed the planet of bedrock.
No, I like PC8. I like PC8. It sounds more like Star Trek-y, more like
Penis
sci-fi.
Colony 8. Easy joke. Easy. Had to say it. We're saying penal too much. Penal.
Penal. Said penal at least 3 to 4 times. So yeah. Understandable. So lift off.
Whee!
And then you crash. Mm-hmm. And what do you do?
Well, I gotta pee.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out.
All right. So where are you going to urinate?
Well, it's not just me. I'm with a guard because I have to be escorted to the.
No.
The
They put
pod.
they put you in a pod and they just shot you straight there. And they gave you barely any supplies. They gave you a cup. They gave you that gun. They gave you a knife. They gave you some crackers, and that is it.
Crack. Okay.
Some crackers.
Yes, they didn't.
They gave you fuck it. They gave you some crack too.
I mean, that would be
Yes, and.
kind of hard to use in space. I'd have to take off the space helmet. My head would just explode. Imagine smoke.
Would it? Oh, okay.
Smoking
Yeah.
crack on
All right.
Mars. There's
So
going to
this
be
is
a
like- this is
first
like a
guy
choo-
to do that when we go live there.
This is like a choose your own. If this was like a choose your own adventure novel, it's like, okay, step out of the pod. Oh, you forgot to put your helmet on.
Dead.
Head immediately fucking explodes.
That's
Okay. All right. So they give you a helmet and like a respirator.
okay.
All right. So what you got to do, bro? How are you surviving?
All right.
This is tough because this is not just normal Survivor Man. Because Survivor Man is hard enough. Even when you like know how the wilderness works somewhat, it's still pretty fucking hard. Even though a lot of those shows are bullshit where they just eat like hot dogs and fucking it's the second time I've mentioned hot dogs. They eat like normal food in between like takes, you know, where they're like,
I have to eat this fucking caterpillar or else I'm gonna die.
it's like it's even harder than that. So you're on this alien planet and you open the door and you gotta fucking piss.
So bad.
So bad. Fuck.
Honestly, I'd be so scared at first of the new environment. I'd probably just pee on myself, but not out of fear, out of determination and resilience and patriotism.
Patriotism.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, pissing my pants down
you
the
do-
libs. Yeah, on some shit like that.
Shitting in your own hand to own the
They
lip.
can't tell me not to.
Yeah. No, you could literally be like, please don't shit in your own hand. And they'll be like, are you trying to tell me what to do? And then they'll shit in their hand. So you pee your pants.
Yeah.
What's your first step? What are you gonna do to survive?
Well,
man?
I kind of want to get moving so I can kind of like dry out the pee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get some exercise. I've probably been in this escape pod for a few hours. So, you know, my joints are popping a little bit, you know, my hernia bulge is kind of like, ugh, you know, kind of trying to push it back in a little bit.
My joints are popping. My hernia is bulging.
Yeah.
My eyes are fucking crying.
Honestly.
My pee is drying.
Yes. I am very, very sticky and crackly in this scenario. So I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit, you know, and then I'm gonna look for what nearest object I can grab to defend myself.
All right. So you look around.
I'm gonna need to check for water. I'm gonna need I need to figure out like what can I not like live without in these moments, you know?
You also have your trusty anal probe. They let you have that because there's a sentimental object to you, and they're not heartless. So you do have your probe gun or whatever your probe looks
I don't know
like.
because like the first thing that I want to instinctively do is just sit on a rock and like just rock back and forth while I'm holding my knees and just slowly go crazy. Actually, rapidly go crazy. That's like
That's your instinct. Your instinct when you have to survive is to just sit. Is to literally rock back and forth and suck your
it's
thumb.
just to disassociate. Yes, but for the sake of comedy and for the sake of me, I'm not going to do that, and I'm just going to walk. I'm going to pick a direction.
Do you want to
pick a direction?
What kind of planet?
Just go straight.
What kind of planet are you on? I mean, like, let's describe where did you immediately
I'm
land?
imagining-
Are it's just like I'm thinking like jungle. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
Like some jungle sounds are happening around you.
I'm thinking the Pikmin. I'm thinking Pikmin. You know I love Pikmin. I'm thinking
Bro, you know I love Pikmin. I've played all the games. I've beaten them all several times.
the Forest of Hope, dude. Forest of Hope.
Oh, fuck yes. God. Dude, the music in that game is just so goddamn good.
It's so good. It's a great game.
If you've never played Pikmin, fucking do yourself a favor, because it's low-key, I think it's probably the most underrated major IP for Nintendo.
Truly.
At least in my opinion. Yeah, dude, Pikmin, it kind of is this scenario. It literally is just like guy crash lands on planet and has to survive.
Yeah. So
instead of urinating on himself, he actually just throws little animals around.
we've never seen Olimar pee or poop. We don't know. So,
is Olimar actually the great leader? Is he Kim Jong?
Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't pee or poop.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you what my Xbox tag was?
No. What was it?
It was Kim Jong illest.
Nice. Mine was Lisa Nowak.
Yours is now.
Shh, now I'm gonna have to change it. Yeah. I named mine Lisa Nowak after this.
What do you mean? You just doxed yourself, and then I was like, "Why'd you dox yourself?" And then you said, "Shh," like to me. What the like? What the fuck?
Wait, so your gamer tag isn't still that?
No, that was my Xbox gamer tag.
You don't have an Xbox?
No, I have a PlayStation. My Xbox 360 gamer tag.
Well, yeah, my Xbox 360 gamer tag was Lisa Nowak.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, I don't have Xbox anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
damn it,
okay.
Ian! Yeah, so Lisa Nowak, space related, was an astronaut, an astro engineer who's fucking brilliant, but lost her mind when her boyfriend was cheating on her. So she she put on a bunch of diapers and drove cross country to try to kill his new girlfriend. And then,
wait, was she really an aerospace engineer?
Yes, dude, she's brilliant. Like,
wait, what?
Yes, she was an aerospace engineer. Was one of like the top in the country.
This is more on topic than I expected.
And she allegedly, this part's been disputed. She
allegedly
wore diapers the whole way as she drove cross country so she could shit on herself and throw them away.
So she could pee and shitty on herself. You're telling me the diapers are not confirmed? We don't have a confirmed.
It's been highly debated.
Okay.
It was an explanation for how fast she drove over there. And like the time and like how premeditated was it? It was like part of the prosecution.
So you're saying
the prosecution was like she obviously wore diapers, Your Honor.
So she was doing the Lisa Nowak any % kill girlfriend speedrun that she and so to optimize her run, she had to wear diapers.
Pretty much.
Oh god.
Yeah. So then she eventually found the woman. After waiting in the airport for like 6 hours and stalking her, she just like pepper sprayed her and ran away.
Damn, what a fucking pussy.
They made a movie about it with Natalie Portman like a couple years ago.
Can you imagine driving across the country covered in piss and shit in a diaper, just like gripping the wheel of your car? You know, your knuckles are white, your pupils are needles, and you're just like, Arr! And then you get there and you just like fuck. Instead of like pouring acid on her head or like fucking, I don't know, like shooting her, you just like pepper spray her and you're like, I got you, and ran away. That's like a cartoon. It's not real.
Girl boss Lisa Nowak. What can I say? And
girl gatekeep gaslight girl boss.
Honestly, an idol of mine. Anyways, so Olimar, yeah. So
all right, so you're on the planet,
and yeah, I like the idea of it being wooded.
Pepsi Cola 8.
Yes, Beppis Cola 8. I like the idea of it being wooded.
Got a Pepsi bottle and a Coca-Cola glass.
Mm-hmm. I don't give a.
You know that video?
Whatever a kid says, I don't care.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck.
This Valley Girl.
I don't give a damn.
I'm gonna run into some Valley Girl aliens. I know that I will. So.
Okay, bet. Yeah,
I'm anticipating that based off my past experience. IRL, not for the sake of comedy, getting an alien encounter.
No, yeah, your actual no joke real life alien encounter that you, Matt Lopez, had. Okay,
I'm totally full of shit. There's a show called People of Earth that was really cool. It was on TBS for a couple years, and it was like an AA meeting type show. But it was with people who claim that they've been abducted by aliens.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
It's like their abductee anonymous meetings. Wyatt Cenac was the star of the show. Yeah.
Wait, but it was real?
It was on TBS for like 2 or 3 seasons. No. It's not real. Like, all the characters are fictional, but that's what the show is. It's about a group of people that believe that they've been abducted by aliens, and so they meet in a church weekly to like talk about how the abduction has changed their lives.
Okay.
That's like the basic premise of the show.
Dude, that's like that. Have you ever heard those times about oh my god, we're so hopelessly off course.
No, we're
not. Have you seen, about those people that like think that they're Jesus?
I am God.
We love you, God.
That like think that they are in the incarnation of Christ.
We talked about Viper on the last episode.
That's right, Black Jesus.
Yeah, we talked about Viper, the base god, Lil B. Thank you, base god.
You've heard about Yeezus.
I said shit, I'm Jesus.
What about Vesus?
But Vesus, Viper
Jesus. But that's like those rooms, not rooms, those things where they get a bunch of people with that, whatever that's called, where they think that they're Jesus. And they have like 5 people, and they just have them argue about who's Jesus. and they obviously. Do you know about that?
No, that's real.
No, it's a real thing. To like in an attempt to like rouse these people out of like their delusion. Yeah, and just like put a bunch of them in a room and be like, all right, figure it out.
Wow, I'm shocked, but I'm not entirely surprised. Cruel, but not unusual.
I'm pretty sure every time they've done it, not a single one of them has changed their mind.
Hell yeah, why would you?
Yeah, no, but like the Jesus thing is kind of like that that alien abductee thing. Like, I wonder if the aliens, I wonder if they have all like stories that conflict with one another. If you put a bunch of people that all believed in aliens in a room together, do you think that they would like end up killing each other? Do you think they would just like is it like if you put a bunch of monkeys in a room with typewriters, they would inevitably like write Shakespeare? Is it just like a statistical eventuality? I
don't think they'd kill each other. I think they'd
start probing each other. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, so it's wooded. I really like the idea of the woodedness.
Yeah, it's like you want a classic like jungle, kind of deal. What do the trees look like? Describe the trees.
The trees, yes, the trees. So the trees have these long leaves on them. They don't have branches, which is really inconvenient for climbing. They just go straight up. They're just smooth. They got a smooth shaft, no bark either. They're just naked. And they got these long like palm like leaves. They're just naked palm trees. Yeah.
Here, wait.
Honestly, that's what's pictured. That's what's in my mind's eye. And then it's like kind of like half grass. Like the grass is baked in the sun too long.
Well, fuck the grass. Keep talking about the trees. These things are everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like in the forest. Like I took down a couple trees with the landing.
Fuck yeah, dude. Amazing. What if you, no, that wouldn't make sense. I was going to say, what if you got stuck in a tree? And I was like, how the fuck would that happen? Like in adventure movies when the guy at the parachute is like hanging from the tree, or it's like a skeleton hanging from a tree. Like his parachute got caught and he died there.
Yeah. So that's
did you comprehend?
I didn't know what to say.
I just said it all.
Yes, I did. But I was trying to think of something and I couldn't, and the moment passed. And so
what you're saying is all these trees you land. The trees look like those like telephone poles the telephone poles they make look like trees to make them look less ugly. You know what I'm talking about? They're just like perfectly smooth with like leaves coming out of them.
Yes.
Bet. Hey, fun tree fact. I've got a fun, silly tree fact. If you want to hear it, I think sure. You know this, but the audience might not. In the Battle for Bikini Bottom, the SpongeBob game, which many people around our age played when they were but away, lad. There's like those weird kind of sea anemone trees, because obviously they're not. They ain't no normal tree, but they're like these sea anemone trees. And the texture for the bark, like in the game files, what they used for the trunk of the tree is literally a picture of shit. One of the developers took a picture of his own doo-doo feces.
You mean like this? Chocolate!
and used it for the game. And because you can't really tell because it's wrapped around the trunk, so it just looks kind of brown.
I have seen that. Yes, I did see that on like YouTube. There's a video about that. I have seen the poop tree bikini bottom mystery. Like that is kind of insane that really went through into production.
The poop. What if that's okay? No. Can I modify some of the trees that you see?
Go ahead. Yes, thank you.
You're saying? Okay, they're all poop trees.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Base God. Yes, absolutely. So
they all have big steaming logs for trunks.
I'm like choking on like the smell of burnt feces. I'm like my eyes are closed.
Burned.
I'm in a world
because
now
you crashed.
where these leafy poop trees are steaming in the sun. I've got barely any supplies. My eyes are watering. My penis is watering. I'm sweating. I'm just leaking. Every pore of my body
leaking out of every orifice.
I'm being squeezed out like a little sponge. I'm gonna frolic.
Fuck yeah, dude! I love some frolicking. I love some good frolicking music right here. Fantastic.
Roll another blunt.
You're stepping on while you're frolicking. You're stepping on little poop tree saplings, and they're squishing under your feet.
Spores are like popping, and yeah, like little funky.
They're flying directly into your brain. Turns out they're psychoactive. You're tripping
right
balls.
Everything is like looking like slideshowy. I can like see the air particles. Like I am tripping. I'm hearing just like the music of the earth. The colors of everything are changing.
But then suddenly you hear shh. You hear a rustling, or whatever a poop fern would rustle like. You hear, and then you dart your head. Huh? What was that? And you see a critter. You see an alien creature. It looks like a turtle. It has a shell, but the shell is like pointed on top, really high up, like a pyramid. It's got a pyramid, and it's got the head of a hippo, and it is walking towards you menacingly.
My first instinct is to pet it.
You reach out to pet it. Roll for charisma or animal handling.
Okay, let me pull up some virtual D&D dice. Yeah, let's do it like that.
I love these. I love doing a little D&D. If anyone hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons, it gets a bad rap because, people are close-minded about such things, but it's genuinely really fun. The fun you have doing it is limited only by your company. So if you do it with people you really like, you will have a very fun time. It is epic. Highly recommended. So you're reaching out for this thing called the Pyrrolon.
Yep, the Pyrrolon.
The Pyrrolon, and you're going to try to immediately pet this alien critter that's walking towards you menacingly. It's about as big as like a Galapagos turtle, but it has the head of a hippo and a really, really tall, pointed pyramid shell. So,
nice.
What happens? You roll. What do you roll?
Well, I'm trying to do this virtual D&D dice, and it's like not making any sense. Hold on,
bro. Just Google D20.
Bet.
Okay, so what do you get? Come on.
I got a 19. Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, bet. All right, so you go to
19. Let's go.
So you go out to pet this creature. Initially, it backs up, but then it smells the urine on your body, and it perks up and runs over to you, and it nudges up against your hand lovingly.
Hell yeah, likes Daddy's pee cologne. That's what I'm talking about.
He loves that urine smell. It pairs really well with all the shit poopy trees. The doo-doo trees everywhere.
It's natural. I realize that the
Pyrrolon immediately trusts you.
Yes.
And now you have a companion. You can ride it, but the only way to be able to is if you like jump and cling around the pyramid, and it is so slow it probably would be slower than walking. Just to let you know.
I'm gonna roll for the Pyrrolon breaking rodeo real quick.
No, he's your friend. You don't have to. You're good. You rolled a 19.
Okay.
It's all good.
He just trusts me.
He just trusts you. So you're gonna hop on. Are you gonna hop on the back of this fucking creature?
Yes, I am.
All right, bet. You're walking. Suddenly, Well, the Pirlon, your trusty friend Pirlon, give him a name real quick.
How am I sitting on a triangular back?
No, that's what I said. It's like a really, really tall pyramid. So you have to grip it with like your arms, like you're doing like a hug around it. You know what I mean? With your legs. It's not very comfortable.
Yeah, but it's better than walking right now. I feel like my feet are just dragging behind it. You know what I'm saying?
No, your feet are wrapped around it too. You're like a koala grabbing like a tree right now.
Okay, that was my first instinct, but then I thought about it too much. Okay, yeah. So we're wafting through the jungle.
But then you feel. Oh, also give a name to your homie. What's this dude's name?
Thomas.
All right, bet. Thomas is holding you along, and then suddenly you feel a hunger. Oh. I need to get something to eat, you think to yourself. Mm-hmm. What you gonna do, bro? You gotta get something to eat. You have to get some nummies.
I look at Pirlon knowingly.
Pirlon looks up at you with eyes black as soot, and and smiles. Are you going to kill Pirlon?
Hell yeah. Eating some Pirlon. Tonight, that's what I do. Pirlon's too slow, so what I do is I flip Pirlon over onto its back. Its diamond top just sticks straight into the ground, exposing its soft belly.
Okay.
And I take that little cup that they get. I take my anal probe, actually.
Oh, no. Don't probe Thomas.
I find the umbilical hernia on Thomas.
Wait, he's got an umbilical hernia too?
I poke it for my entry point.
This guy, that's disgusting.
I just rolled a 9, so it's a very crude surgery.
Yeah, you kind of fuck it up. Well, Pirlon screams in agony.
I rip Pirlon's guts out.
Pirlon screams a strangely human scream.
Like, oh no! And I just open up Pirlon's insides. And
he dies immediately. You open up the insides and you realize that Pirlon was pregnant, and then hundreds of little Thomases crawl out and immediately cover your arms, and they're all sticking you with their pyramids. They're like doing little backflips and digging their pyramids into you.
So I run into one of the shit trees as hard as I can, and I just start rolling all around it. I tackle a shit tree as hard as I can. I knock it over, and I just swim in the poop, and I just like
what the fuck is your problem? It's just why this is awful. You're terrible at survival. This is disgusting.
I'm trying to get all the little I'm like stop, dropping, and rolling essentially.
But why'd you have to do it in shit? You could have just done it on the ground.
We've already established that the grass is like really like bad. It's like dead from like baking too long in the sun.
Okay, the baking grass. All right, well the Pirlons die.
And so I'm like, okay, I gotta. This is a prisoner colony. Like, there's got to be other people around.
Yeah.
So, Well,
you're still hungry. You haven't eaten yet. You haven't eaten anything.
I'm gonna be real with you. I might have to eat some of the tree.
Oh my god, dude! Why not just eat the thing you just killed?
'Cause all the little babies crawled out of it. You know, I can't go back. I'm scared.
Okay, it would be disgusting and creepy for that to happen. So you're gonna take a scuba the doo-doo tree, the trunk at least.
I get a little teaspoon on the tip of my finger.
Oh my god, man, this is fucking nasty. This is foul.
Wait, how do I eat it? I have a whole astronaut helmet on.
The astronaut helmet. Yeah, you're right.
I just walk back over to the spaceship. I just walk back over to the little skate
with your
pod.
one little finger dollop.
I'm still really covered in it.
I like the idea that you're like 5 feet from the. You haven't accomplished anything. You're like right next to it. You landed, met a creature, befriended it, killed it, rolled around in shit, and now you're already returning. That's what's occurred. That's how your survival is going.
Truly.
You probed your only friend to death immediately. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be on this colony.
Yeah, so then I back
make it 700,001 probes.
So then I'm like back in the spaceship.
All right, so you take a little lick. It tastes exactly like
Let me roll for the taste.
No, the taste won't matter. The taste, you can't.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. So
it tastes like shit.
It turns out it's terribly poisonous. But it tastes like the you know those fucking Jelly Belly beans? What are they called? The fake ones that are like bad, the Harry Potter ones.
Bertie Bott's every flavor beans.
Oh, okay. So it tastes exactly like the gross version of the buttered popcorn one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That one's fucked up. That one's really bad.
Yeah, so
and now you're poisoned.
Wait, I'm poisoned? Okay, so
you rolled a 4, dude.
That's a good point. All right, so then I scramble out of the escape pod.
And I just start running. I'm not frolicking anymore. I'm double the pace of frolicking. And I run to the edge of a cliff.
And I say, you know what? Maybe this is it. But I look down below. I see smoke. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And so...
Okay, yeah, no, that's
that's
correct.
I'm looking for angles on the cliff. I'm like, I'm poisoned, bro. I'm shitting and farting and throwing up all in my spacesuit right now.
This is a really gross. You really fucked this shit up. You've been leaking the entire time you've been here. All right, so are you gonna jump?
Cease because I'm looking for an edge so I can get down to where the fire is because I know that people make fire.
Wait, while you're looking around, you see a perfect, very out of place looking cart of hay.
Okay, a cart of hay. Yeah, there's a cart of hay, and I go over to. I was looking for the edge
at the bottom of the cliff. At the bottom of the cliff.
Oh. So yeah, what do I roll? Hell yeah, I rolled an 11. So I make a decent.
That's like barely enough.
Yeah, I make a decent jump.
You make a just barely passable jump, and you do the. You have an Assassin's Creed moment, basically.
Yep. Except not like Assassin's Creed. I pretty much smack the edge of the hay barrel. It alerts.
Oh God!
It alerts everybody that comes by that's at the fire. They rush over to me. They're not wearing astronaut suits. Oh my God! I can breathe. They peer over me. All like 10 of them. It's 10 dudes.
You found a village?
Hot, sweaty men on this prisoner colony.
They're all
you gotta
humans?
think early Australia is probably fine as shit, man. Just like these badass men just carted off to this island, just all sweaty and nasty, hanging out with each other.
Do you think there's any like a homoerotic shit written about like Australia being founded?
Hell yeah.
If there's not, it's a crime.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do these people look like? Are they all humans?
Yes, because they've all been sent off to Penis Colony 8 or whatever.
We live in it was a fucking future. You could have made them all aliens. Whatever. Doesn't matter. They're all humans.
They're all humans because this is the prisoner colony, but it's run by aliens. So I'm chilling. I'm laying like, oh.
You're not chilling. You're dying of fucking, you're dying of dysentery.
Me saying I'm chilling is just kind of like a verbal crutch. All right, just let me get through it. So,
okay.
So I'm not chilling. I'm laying there poisoned. I have the astronauts' helmets that they're like all peering into. I'm like looking through, like I'm like, I have my hands on the inside of the helmet and I'm wiping away like the bits of vomit and shit that have covered like the viewfinder of the helmet. And they're like, what the fuck? So then they rip the helmet off me and I think I'm going to die. I'm like, ah! And so then they're like, bro, like you covered in piss and shit and vom. And they're like, what happened? And I'm like, I ate the doo-doo tree and I got stabbed by purulons. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, those little
and they say, dude, what are you talking about?
Thingies.
This is, what are you talking about, dude? This is Oklahoma. And you blink and you look around and you realize, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Right. True. So then they bring me
We're
over.
in Davenport, Iowa. What are you talking about?
They bring me over to the fire and they're like, well, don't worry. We just got
fire.
Yeah. They're like, we know exactly. We got the antidote for eating the poop tree.
We have to suck the poison out of you.
So all these 10 sweaty men are just sucking every pore of my body. It's great. Their suction is so strong that I'm lying there like spread eagle. They all place their mouth on different parts of my body and they lift up and they just suck so hard.
And they're just going.
Yep. It just like. Yeah, pretty much. It like suctions my skin and they just like lift me off and they all carry me. They all have their heads and necks bent over with their mouths open and they're just like walking as like a team group building exercise. You know what I mean? Like I've fallen into their mouths.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. Yeah. Okay.
And so they're
and they start chanting.
Well, their mouths are full of me, so no, they're not.
They're still chanting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. It's very it's very guttural though. Yeah, and they're stomping and they're clapping and everything, and
clapping their cheeks. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they walk me what feels like miles. This goes on for a long time. I'm like, oh my god,
you're delirious. Your like eyes are closing and opening.
Yeah,
you see every time you regain consciousness, you see a new part of this alien strange world. You see a desert of pink sand, and in those moments between consciousness, you see, a giant fucking worm with the head. The head looks like it's just Rush Limbaugh's head, and it digs into the ground. A giant Rush Limbaugh worm.
But for why? But okay.
And then you pass out again. And when you finally regain consciousness, when all the poisons have been sucked from your body by all the penis colony men, where are you?
I am at the foot of jail.
They just took you to jail?
Yeah, pretty much. The alien guards, they see me and they're like, this is the new one. He's the one who
This is Lysol
Marketplace.
Lysol Marketplace, yeah.
Who responsible for 700,000 anal probations. And
then when he says 700,000, a little Pirelon you missed crawls out of your hair and goes 700,001.
And they're like, "Oh my god, you killed one of the indigenous Pirelon creatures." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know."
I probed him to death.
Yeah, they're like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "I was hungry." And they're like, "Why didn't you just come to jail?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I couldn't find it."
What do these aliens look like? Describe them to me.
Little gray dudes, big eyes.
Lame. No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They are.
It's like, I will say the grays, like, it has to be the lamest alien design. Like, that's like who the fuck came up with a little gray dude? That's like the fucking stupidest.
What do you mean?
Lamest.
No one came up with it. That's what they look like.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind.
But not these dudes. No, these dudes, they got these like sharp, pointy ears that are like really, really long. Their head is a perfect like square.
Okay.
It's like a cube. Yeah.
You're in Minecraft is what you're saying.
Yeah. They have like no neck, but underneath their body, it's like a lava lamp type deal, very, very bulbous, but very also, like looks kind of squishy. And then they don't have like legs; they just have these like giant feet, and they're very squat. You know what I mean? They look like linebackers. They look like linemen. Actually, they look like I can't run past them. Perfect for being a guard.
And they say,
"Okay, time to take you to jail."
And
I'm like, "But what about these dudes?" They're like, "Oh, well, they're at recess right now." I'm like, "What? Okay, yeah, sure." And so then they take me inside and, they show me to my cell, everything. They're like, "Here's where you do laundry. Well, first of all, they spray me down and get all the shit and vomit off me. And I really apologize to the guys, when they're back from recess.
You have your hands on the wall and you're like butt naked and they're just shooting a fucking like jet stream of water at your whole body, your ass.
Yeah, and I'm like saying like, "Hey, like I'm sorry to the dudes because the dudes who sucked me off, they were sucking off the pee and the poop and the bomb. But that's what they had to do to save me." And I'm like, "All right, I'm already in like prison debt to you guys, so I guess I'll be giving up cans of tuna."
Your alien survival wilderness is going really well considering you just immediately found stable civilization. That's great.
But I don't want to be in jail. I want to go back to anal prohibition.
Well, okay. So what about this? You go to the bars of your cell, and they're like, "Let me out of here!" And the door opens, and they're like, "All right, it's time for recess." Then they let you out into the yard, right? Mm-hmm. You're in the yard, and you see aliens of all types. You've never seen anything like it before. Some of them are fucking like you see one that's just a big arm, just a big bicep, and he's just picking up a rock with his head. And putting it back down. You see, like, a massive tentacles, like, rolling around. No, he's, like, rolling dice on the ground with, like, one of his tentacles and shit. Like, and then you see this one alien, this gigantic fucking imposing alien, this big fucking purple guy. He looks like Barney, but if he was, like, scary and taller. And he walks up to you, his feet cratering the ground as he approaches you. And he says,
"Are you Lysol?
Marketplace.
You don't remember me, do you?"
And I'm like, well, you can show me your butthole. I might.
He turns around, and over his butthole are two bandages over his butthole, and he looks back at you, and he's like,
"You tried to probe my butt, and you know what? I think I've had about enough of looking at you. It's my turn now."
And he pulls out a shiv, and he buries it immediately within your gut. And then he bites your head off and twists it, and it rips clean off, and you die.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll the D&D dice for survival, please.
Okay, all right. Well, this is your last try.
I rolled a 13, so...
Okay, so he stabs you, and it hurts a lot, but he misses most of your vital organs.
Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
and
bitch.
Like,
and then what do you do?
I cry, but he's got a soft spot for criers, and he's like, dude, stop that, okay? Bro,
Dude, stop.
listen.
You're really embarrassing us right now.
Yeah, like, oh, fuck, okay. And I'm like, I just need to join a gang. I just got here. And so he's just like, okay, shit. Okay. Don't die on me. Okay, listen.
Don't cry on me.
There's a bunch of other, disgraced surgeons. Go join their gang. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm bleeding, from the stab. And all these disgraced surgeons, they look at me and they've been fiending for a surgery. They're like, God, just let me give somebody stitches. You know what I mean? Man. And then they see me and they're like, they just all like clamor over to me. They're like talking like, oh, I graduated top of my class from Columbia. Just trying to impress me and bring me in. And they're just all like pawing at me and they lay me down and they
in the yard. This is all happening in the yard.
Yeah. And they take out they've done that ramen noodle prison shank thing where you wet the ramen noodles and then you twist them up and then they harden again. Yeah. They take it.
That's not real. Is that real?
Apparently it is. Yeah. You can make a shiv out of it. And, so they have these wet ramen noodles, that they've been, planning to make a shiv out of, but instead they stab the dry tip of it into me. And then they use it like so, and they sew me up.
Wow, that's great. They did it. They saved you.
Yep. And so now the prison gang I've joined is the disgraced surgeons, medical malpractice scam artists, just all around great psychopaths. And so then...
What's the name of their gang?
They call themselves the Missing Gloves.
The Missing Gloves.
They'd be leaving gloves inside of people and shit like that.
It's real. That happens all the time.
How? That's always been my question. How?
Yeah, like how the fuck are you about to go to be a doctor? You go for 8 years of fucking doctor shit, and then you just leave some shit in a person?
Leave the gloves? I don't get it. Yeah. I honestly just start wheeling and dealing with the Missing Glove characters, and I'm like, they left me with my anal prober, and they're like, bet you could totally pick a lock with that. You picked apart a whole animal.
Turns out the lock on the prison cells looks exactly like a big butt.
Because all the aliens have square heads. Everything's really square and lava lamp shaped to them. So the idea of something just so round, perfect, like a human butt, is foreign to them. So I pick the lock and I roam free. And I think to myself, God damn it, I need to fucking repair my spaceship and fly out of here. So I find those little spiky purulent dudes, and I'm like, listen, I'm sorry for killing your mom, but you know what? We're gonna find all the missing parts to my ship, and I'm gonna enlist your help. And so then I start guiding them, and we start taking on giant frog enemies and other beetles and bugs.
And you're grabbing them with your fist and throwing them as hard as you can at these creatures.
Yep, and they're red, blue, and yellow are the colors of these little purulent dudes, and at night they go sleep in a giant onion.
If you've never played Pikmin, this sounds fucking bonkers. I'm sure you sound like a psycho if you have no idea what we're talking about.
I'm really just describing Pikmin, and then I pick apart my spaceship. But then you know what? I feel an allegiance to the missing gloves, my squad, my gang. So when I repair the spaceship, I make sure to go over to the prison.
It's not even a spaceship. I thought it was just a pod. Okay,
it's a pod, whatever. But times are tough, and so we get the missing glove boys, and we all cram together in the pod, and then we orient ourselves back to Earth, and we're gonna hide out in Argentina for the rest of our days.
That's it. So you Hitler, and the Glove societies are all fucking hanging out, and that's how you did it. Congratulations, Matt. You did it. Lysol, fucking whatever is
Lysol Marketplace.
That's a fucking stupid name.
I just looked at two things in my room. That's how I came up with
the marketplace in your room.
No, I mean I went to a grocery store called Marketplace. So
okay, so you wasted a life. All right, well you did it.
Thank you. And
now you're in Argentina and you're just probing Hitler.
I've made it my mission to find all the Nazis that are hiding out here, and I'm going to probe all of them, and I'm going to send coordinates to the penal colony 8, and the aliens are going to come jail them on the penal colony.
Here, let me do it. Let me do like a little tiny last. Let me do a little cap here. So you're like probing one of the Nazi dudes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, mine prostate." And that's it.
And then like a woo, like a noise, and then it sucks them up into outer space. The aliens abduct them. This is all a true story. This all actually happened.
Hey there, sleepyheads. Hope you enjoyed the newest episode. Be sure to follow us or subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on, and we hope that you hear from us soon. Kisses.